have some rest. He spoke slowly, staring at her in the eye, while she nodded immediately, rushing to the bed, jumping on it. He kind of rolled his eyes, looking at his fake wife's action. Yes, okay, she behaved shy, which looked obviously fake to him, as he has already figured it out. She is not his wife, and soon enough, she was beside him, scooting closer to him, but by that time, he was immensely involved in his thoughts. Though he knew she was scooting closer to him, but he didn't do anything. Come on, if he had reacted, she would find it suspicious. She soon grabbed his arm and laid her head on his shoulder. Duh, her perfume, so ew. By this time, he has already known about the perfume his wife uses. Romantic, huh? He was still indulged in his thoughts, not bothering to hear whatever blah blah she was speaking, but at times he hummed, letting her think that he is listening to her. He was slowly moving his eyes around the room to figure out some details which would help him find his wife. The walls looked so clean, so as the floor, and by this time he has already sensed some danger around his wife, and he needs to find her out soon, and he was kind of blank right now, and first question rising in his mind was that how did they dare pull this up, and that too in his presence? Their courage is impressive. You may think so, as they are bold enough to pull this up, but to him, it was just another nonsense of theirs. Why are they trying to pull up some real serious problem to themselves? This whole thing looks like a complete nonsense to him, but one thing that got him up now, that the girl had a very less fragrance of his wife's perfume. He tried sensing it more. He lowered his eyes, looking at her clothes, and yeah, those clothes were of his wife's. He saw them and noticed them, but the smell was something that he noticed just now. And now that means seriously his wife must be injured. And this girl literally stripped his wife off and took her clothes, moreover, wore it. And now she's sitting in front of him. Bloody nonsense. He noticed some blood on her skirt. He asked her, speaking lowly, "You didn't tell me you're on your periods?" Periods? She was kind of shocked as she stammered while speaking. Her eyes fell on the blood on her skirt. She laughed nervously as she nodded, speaking, "Yes, I had them just now." "Oh, really?" He scoffed, asking her up in a mocking tone which she recognized. She nodded immediately, continuously speaking, "Yeah, of course." He scoffed, turning his face away in a nonchalant manner cause his wife was so shy to talk to him about her periods. It was her expression and behavior from which he used to figure it out whether she was on her periods or not, and whatever rubbish, she wasn't so blunt in talking. And soon enough she was already drifted to sleep. Dumb girl, for real. Taehyung stood up, choosing not to wear slippers to not create sound. He stepped on the floor barefoot, standing up as he began, looking around the room using his eagle eyes. He walked out of the room, noticing no evidence of his wife in the room. He walked around the house slowly, with a steady pace. He noticed the lights of the room were switched on until now. It's already past 12. Who's awake right now? He simply moved towards the room as he heard some faint voices of talking. He stood outside the room quietly listening to them as the corridor lights were switched off. There was no shadow casted. It was Ryan's aunt and her uncle. They were talking. I hope she's doing what we sent her for, while the uncle laughed like a rich fellow, nodding his head. Yes, darling, she's our daughter. She'll do what is needed. The aunt smiled immediately, getting all happy, and spoke, We'll soon be rich AF. But what she said next made nothing impact on Taehyung, as he had already guessed it. Just let my daughter get pregnant by that Mafia King, and that wine will just kill her and get rid of her. Let him just spend this night with our daughter, and darling, that girl, she's in the basement, and soon enough I know that her husband will doubt her daughter, 'cause he ain't a Mafia King without no reason. But let me just go check up on her, and I guess she's just fallen naked there. These words made him tighten his fist as he clenched his jaw. The uncle spoke again. Oh, darling, a dress wouldn't harm. He laughed it off as if it was some random thing. He spoke again. Make sure to take her fingerprint on the property paper. He hid in the corridor as the aunt walked towards the basement as the uncle switched off the lights and slept. He followed the aunt carefully with slow and careful steps as the aunt walked, swaying her hips happily. He noticed that she was holding a key in her hands. As its heartbeat raised, he was not wanting to see. His wife in the condition which he had expected. Soon enough she entered the basement. As he entered behind her, it was dark. As the lady walked forward in the dark, he quietly locked the door behind him. He saw the lady moving towards the light switch. He immediately hid behind a big bundle of boxes in order to see what she does. But then he noticed there was no one else, like none except her. He quietly came out. As he moved forward, he grabbed out the handkerchief off his pocket, which has chloroform on it. Soon he grabbed her mouth as she first. He put the chloroform handkerchief on her mouth as she fainted slowly. He grabbed the keys from her hands. He smirked, but when he switched on the lights, his smirk dropped. His wife was in the condition he never expected her to see. The keys dropped from his hands. She lay naked in the cell, unconscious, as her lips bleeded and not a single piece of cloth on her body. Thanks for watching this far. Do like, subscribe, share, and do not forget to comment and tell me how it is.